Hey, it's Tom Gallagher and the story behind the car. So I started this channel 3 months ago, but what's interesting is like 4 years ago I came up with the idea, but I didn't do anything. I have another YouTube channel where I review RVs now. I used to do cars, but then when the chip shortage happened, I stopped doing cars, started doing RVs. I got about 5,000 subscribers to that. It's the Videopreneur. But anyway, so 3 months ago I started this channel, and man, I've had a hell of a lot of fun. So today we went over 100 subscribers. We were stuck at 98 for a long time. Then in the 99 hit 100, and I just looked and it was 101. So I just wanted to take a few moments and thank some people, and also just talk about some of the things that have happened. So my first story behind the car was Spencer Anderson and his 1966 Ford F100. And he told me before I started shooting that he could talk. He said, I can talk a lot. And so we started, and holy cow, he told the story, went into such great detail. It's really funny. And to me, it's funny, and I don't mean that in a bad way, Spencer, but thank you very much. You were the first one that said yes. Right before that, I asked a guy with a 59 Impala, and he told me that I could shoot the car, and I said, let me mic you up. And he goes, oh, hell, I'm not doing that. You can tell the story. And I, well, no, you're defeating the whole purpose of the show. He didn't get it, so I moved on, and then Spencer said yes. So I've shot about 35 vehicles so far, and I've also shot some car shows in Kansas City and in St. Louis. And then in 3 weeks, 3 weeks, I'll be going to Springfield, Illinois, to the Route 66 Festival, and you can see Route 66 sign right there, but it is a blast of a show. Several thousand cars, and I'll shoot a lot of content there. Another funny story, I was at a car show, and this young kid comes in a Model T, and it's pristine. Every nut and bolt, it's just amazing. Now, it's 8:30 in the morning. I only had about an hour and a half to shoot because I had a family event that I had to go to. So I go up to this young guy and I said, hey, can I shoot your video and I'll mic you up? And he's, oh man, you're going to mic me up? And I said, yeah, it's no big deal. You don't have to be in the video, and I'll just ask questions. You can tell me about the story behind your car. And he goes, well, can you come back in a little bit and let me get a couple beers in me? And so I said, sure. I knew I wouldn't be coming back, but I thought that was pretty funny. Well, a little while later, at the same show, this guy comes in like a 67 C10. He pulls in, and really a bitch-looking truck. It was a static drop. It wasn't on air. Great-looking truck, wheels combination, loud exhaust. And the guy gets out. He's got tattoos, and he looks the part. And I go up to him, and I told him who I was, what I was doing, and he's like, yeah, you can shoot my truck. And he goes, just give me a little bit of time. He goes, I need to sober up. So, and one guy that had to get drunk, another guy that had to sober up, all at the same show, and this was like before 9 o'clock in the morning. Another one is, I wanted to thank, there's a guy named Herman. He lives down in Alabama. And on my other channel, I've been posting my build on my 1961 Chevy truck. And my friend Lynn is doing the work. Lynn's the brains behind it. I'm usually in the way, and I'm kind of I ask too many questions, but I help out, and Lynn tolerates me for the most part. The build is almost done. I'm going to be driving it actually to Springfield, Illinois for the car show. We've been working on it. In November, it will be 2 years. It won't be done for the car show, but it will be drivable, and then we'll finish it up here in a little bit. But anyway, there's a guy, Herman, down in Alabama, and he sends me notes from time to time, calls me from time to time, gives me updates on the car. He loves watching my build, and he gives me advice. And he called last night, as a matter of fact. And so I told him I would shout him out. So thank you again, Herman. Appreciate it. Lynn, I already mentioned, but Lynn has been amazing on this build, and he knows so damn much. And it's funny because most of the time when someone asks me about my truck, I'm like, shit, I don't remember. And it's not that I wasn't involved. I've been involved. I just can't remember shit. And he's like, man, you're as bad as my dad. You can't remember anything. Another, there was back at the show that I was telling the story about the guy that had to drink a couple beers with the Model T, and then the guy that had to sober up with the 67 Chevy C10. Two guys had an amazing business, a 1952 International pickup truck, and they had it set up with beer tappers. Really enjoyed shooting that video. Great guys. You might want to check that video out. It's a pretty damn cool truck. They're in the St. Louis area. If you're ever having a party, a wedding, reception, celebration of any kind, family get-together, and you need a tapper, check them out. There's information on that video, but really great guys, an amazing truck. Another, at the same show, I shot a guy. He had a GMC Jimmy. Beautiful truck. His name is Christian Locke. So I'm shooting his truck. We're just talking, and I said, before I started shooting, I asked him if he had any social media. Most of the people I shoot don't have social media. And anyway, Christian goes, yeah, I got a YouTube channel, and I've got an Instagram. And I said, okay, great. Well, give me the information, and I'll post it. That's all he said. The guy is a musician, and I think he's got like 775,000 subscribers on his Instagram. I think he's got 125 or 150,000 YouTube followers. Amazing music, and just very humble guy. He didn't give me any indication that he had that big of a following. And yesterday I'm at another car show. I can't remember if it was Elks or Knights of Columbus. I think it was Knights of Columbus. Anyway, yeah, because the guy said, oh, you're going to go to the KC show, and I thought he meant Kansas City, and he's like, no, the Knights of Columbus. But anyway, so I go to that show. I see the Jimmy. I go over, and it's Christian's dad. I started talking to him, and he's like, oh, you're the guy that shot my son's truck. He goes, great job on the video. And so we talked a little bit. And I've seen Keith. I shot his 1962 Chevy 2 or Nova. I've seen him at a couple of car shows. He won the show that I shot at, and then he won another show that I saw him. There's been somebody else. Oh, Scott, who had the 1965 Cobra Backdraft, I think, was the builder. I can't remember, but again, I can't remember shit. But I've seen Scott at other shows. He's come up, and we've had a couple of conversations. So a couple more memories. I'm almost done. Well, I just mentioned about Scott and Keith. And then the other thing I want to mention is the video is now not out yet, but it comes up this week. I shot I think it's a 1979 Dodge van, and it's got shag carpeting in it, and I wanted to shoot it when I saw it. It was unbelievable. Gray with orange shag carpet in it. And so I'm looking at this thing, I'm stalking, I'm just waiting for the owner to come back so I can shoot it. And then he gets back, and all these people are crowding around him. They're talking. So I'm just loitering, hanging around, waiting for the opportunity. I go over and I start talking to him. As we're talking, I'm telling him about my channel. He's like, sure, let's shoot it. This couple comes up, and they're probably in their early 70s. And they're looking at it, and the woman starts laughing. And she's looking at the shag carpet, and she starts laughing. And then the owner of the truck says, bring back memories of rug burns. And she goes, oh, yeah. So, just funny as hell. So that video is coming up. It's going to be up next week. So I just wanted to take a moment and acknowledge the fact that I hit 100 subscribers. And thank everybody for subscribing. Share it with your friends. Tell others. I want to grow this channel. When I get to 1,000, that's when I can monetize it, and I start making money off of the commercials that are run on YouTube. It's really a difficult task to get to 1,000 subscribers. There's only 1% of all YouTube video channels make it to monetization. Only 1% make it to 1,000 subscribers. My other channel, I'm at 5,000 subscribers. But I want to get this one to 1,000 as quickly as I can. So anybody that's watching it, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. The channel's a hoot, great cars, and I try to shoot a variety of vehicles, young, old, all kinds of stuff. So please consider subscribing. And then also for all of you that have already subscribed, share the show, pass it around, send it out to your friends, tell them to get off their ass and subscribe. Help me grow the channel. I appreciate it. A little HBO, help a brother out. Thanks again. I'll shut up and check out the rest of my videos. Appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you on the next video.